Good evening. I have avoided making this video because I love this app so much. But TikTok has a problem. Rampant racism, pedophilia, homophobia, sexism, xenophobia, and exploitation. And it appears that unless you are fighting against any of it, TikTok is perfectly okay with all of it. Because they aren't fighting against the phobias, the pedophiles, or the people pretending to cook drugs. They're fighting against the people who are fighting against them. Let me tell you my story. I got on TikTok on election day of 2020. At the time, I was simply venting my anger about stupid people and the election. It wasn't until my second video about how many people voted for Trump in the last election that I began to gather followers. From there, I made at least 3 videos a day, and I became a fan of so many great content creators, like Goddess Mia and Douglas Chicks, who speak about self-love and Black women inspiration. T. Nathan, I Speak, and I Am Harley of The Fold, a collection of creators that fight against racism. That bitch Vicky Rose, who speaks on body positivity. Morgan Tyler, who speaks on trans issues, and so many more. I named myself the villain and waded into the world of TikTok. Even though I had been making YouTube videos, TikTok allowed me to be able to speak off the head. It's been one of the greatest experiences of my life. I got my very first community guidelines violation for duetting a video of a man holding a magazine drum 4 days after I made my first video. But it wouldn't be my last. I've been given violations for stitching and duetting videos of Trump supporters calling for violence, harassment, and bullying, calling out people like Christian Walker, another harassment and bullying, calling out a TikToker named Tyler Bluntman, who sells Grab 'em by the Pussy hats, and who had his original account banned, but now has another one spreading the same hatred. I got the violation for duetting a video that he created where he said, quote, "I love dating Black girls. I never have to meet their fathers." It was yet another harassment and bullying, but his video remained. I won my appeal and re-uploaded it. Over and over, for the slightest things, my videos were being flagged for violations. I couldn't understand what was going on. Then I saw other creators, especially creators of color, having the same problem. Or in the case of Goddess Mia, and even worse off-app actions. After she posted a video of a nurse putting up the OK white power symbol, Mia was threatened in her comment section, had her name revealed, and was threatened with bodily harm. Her story isn't unique either. Popular Black content creators and creators of color have had their entire pages banned, as well as having death threats sent to them. Creators who took the red silhouette challenge have had their pictures leaked online after having the red filter removed. People with disabilities have been harassed. Women have had men send them explicit pictures from men who lurk and harass and berate them in their comment sections of their videos. And an influx of Trump supporters after the collapse of Parler have flooded creators' comment sections with racist, sexist, homophobic, and xenophobic slurs and reporting videos for any slight. TikTok goes after the people being harassed rather than the harassers themselves. At the same time, pedophiles of both genders are going after the younger kids that make up the majority of their users. When alerted to these problems, reporting the videos or reporting their page, TikTok is slow to answer, or in the case of one man who revealed his genitals on video, say that the video doesn't violate community guidelines. It's obvious that TikTok has a problem, but how did this happen? And what, if anything, can be done about it? TikTok is an international version of the Chinese app called Douyin, both owned by the Chinese company ByteDance. It was launched as TikTok in 2017 for iOS and Android, becoming available worldwide when it was merged with another Chinese social media service, musical.ly, in 2018. TikTok provided people with the ability to create 15 and 60-second videos and upload them. As of October of last year, it is the third fastest growing brand. Vanessa Pappas is the current CEO. She took over for Kevin Mayer, who resigned August of 2020. TikTok became the app after then President Donald Trump signed 2 executive orders banning the app after he threatened to, unless the app was bought by an American company such as Microsoft. Issues with the app regarding content have been numerous. In January of 2021, TikTok was completely banned in the country of India for being, quote, prejudicial to the sovereignty and integrity of India, defense of India, security of the state, and public order. The app has been blocked in Indonesia and Bangladesh and banned in Pakistan for issues with content. In January of 2020, Media Matters for America stated that TikTok entertained misinformation regarding the COVID-19 pandemic, despite releasing a policy against misinformation. In January of 2019, the Chinese government stated that they would begin holding the app developers like ByteDance responsible for the content shared by their users, giving them 100 types of content that would be censored. The 2019-2020 Hong Kong protests and Tibetan independence content was immediately censored. TikTok began to censor videos about human rights in China, re-education camps, and pro-Kurdish content. In countries where LGBTQIA plus discrimination is rampant, TikTok has blocked any content that could be seen as favorable to it. This isn't the fault of humans. It is the fault of the algorithms. As everyone knows, algorithms are not blind AI. According to Professor Casey, yet another TikToker and an information scientist, algorithms can be sexist, racist, and homophobic, depending on the developer. So if censoring police violence in Hong Kong is in the program, then so is censoring police violence in New York City, as happened in my case today. According to a Vice article in 2018, TikTok had a, quote, Nazi problem when a few users showed support for a violent neo-Nazi group. That caused the app to update its community guidelines of removing content that attacked or incites violence against an individual or a group on the basis of protected attributes. The removal is supposedly done via human and virtual moderation. The app has been accused as a gateway drug for the alt-right, according to an article by the NPC Daily. If you mix a faceless algorithm, numerous calls from the Chinese government to censor more and more content, with neo-Nazis and alt-right players, you get the TikTok of 2021. It is not safe for teens. It's not safe for the teens that it targets. It's not safe for the people who create educational anti-racist content. It is not safe for the LGBTQIA plus community. It is infested with racists and child predators, and no one, from Vanessa Pappas and ByteDance to the so-called human moderators, are doing anything about it. So I made this video. Not to have the app completely shut down because so many people have connected with others through it. This app has helped people get assistance when it needed. Talked to people suffering from depression to get help. Connected people to fight against the ills of the world. TikTok has allowed disabled people the validation that they need, brought smiles and laughs to people, allowed people to come out of their shells that the pandemic has created. TikTok is a very good app. But for every success story, there's a dark part. And TikTok's dark part is their allowance of hateful rhetoric, sexist commenting, racist and violent threats, child predators to harass children and teens, all under the eyes and the keyboards of a company that is more concerned with blue check marking famous people than it is protecting the people who use it. So I end this video with a direct call to ByteDance, Vanessa Pappas, and the moderators of TikTok. What are you going to do to protect the children and teens who use your app against the numerous pedophiles that have downloaded it simply to stalk them? What are you going to do about the racism that is rampant on your app? What are you going to do about the implicit and obvious biases that are happening to creators of color on your app? How are you going to protect the numerous communities, the Latin community, the Native community, the LGBTQIA plus community, who have been harassed and bullied with no recourse from moderators who are supposed to monitor against the abuse they have suffered? Is corporate influence stronger than creating a space where all people can speak, debate, and share? I am but one creator, but there are thousands of stories like mine. Do you care about hearing them? Do you care about their safety? TikTok has a racist problem. They need to step the fuck up and fix it.